everyone, my name is Chloe and I'm here today to do my weekly wrap up. So in this video, I'm going to talk about everything that I read in this last week. So we've got 4 middle grade and 4 adults. So it's going to be great. Let's just talk about it. I will start with the middle grade and I will have the time down below where I start talking about adults. So if you don't want to hear about the middle grade, you can just skip forward and we'll go from there. So the first one is this devotional my kids and I have been reading. It's a Berenstain Bedtime devotional and it's just so cute. It's got characters we love. Every day starts with a verse and then a little information about what that verse means and how the Berenstain Bears apply it, and then a little way that you can apply it to your life and things to think about. So I really enjoyed reading this. They're super quick. My girls loved it, so I would highly recommend. Then we have Simon Ellis, Spelling Bee Champ. This is a part of the Franklin School Friends. We've been reading it for a while. So we had Kelsey Green, Reading Queen, Annika Riz, Math Whiz, Izzy Barr, Running Star, and now Simon Ellis, Spelling Bee Champ. So you don't have to read these in order. However, you get to know the characters. So Simon is the one who's good at everything. And there's a spelling bee, and he takes it upon himself to kind of be the champion of the spelling bee. However, he's got a best friend named Jackson who gives him a hard time because he is good at everything. He calls him Super Simon and says he's good at everything and it's not fun and all this kind of stuff. And my complaint about this book is that Simon dulls himself to please his friend. Like there's times where he intentionally throws things just to please his friend. And even in the Spelling Bee Championship, he kind of throws things like, and this isn't spoiling it, it's a team thing. You get 3 strikes, so there's a lot going on. But he makes some flubs just to please his friend. And I wanted, like, the mom in me wanted to be like, bro, that's not a good friend. That's not a good friend. If you have to, like, dull your spark to please him, that's not a good friend. But this is really entertaining and I really love this series, and overall this is a really cute story. Then we have Ada Lace is on the case. This is kind of Harriet the Spy-esque. This is about a girl named Ada. She's a 3rd grade scientist and inventor extraordinaire, and her neighbor's dog has gone missing. And so she takes it upon herself, along with a new friend, to find out what happened to the dog. And this one honestly was not my favorite. I like kind of the mixed media in it. There's like her diary entries and then all the things. She is new to the neighborhood, so she's making friends and all that. This is one that me and my kids read together, and now I'm comfortable handing on the rest to my daughter. There's definitely some bratty kids, but nothing terrible, so there's that. And then last is Ellie McDoodle Diaries, Most Valuable Player. This is another one that's told in like diary format, kind of, about Ellie McDoodle. Her name's actually Ellie McDougall, but she loves to draw, so they call her McDougall. She is playing soccer as well as trying to do an art show and trying to balance all the things. This is a very 3-star series for me, meaning just okay. But I've read enough of them now. The first one was she's really awful, but the rest of them she's fine. So again, this is one that now I feel comfortable handing off to my daughter. So that's kind of my point in a lot of these is pre-reading. So there we go. Then let's get into the adults. So we have Just Haven't Met You Yet by Sophie Cousens. This one has been on a TBR forever and I never read it. And so I finally did. This is about a guy and a girl who they leave the airport and they get each other's bags. So basically she gets to wherever she's going and realizes that she has this guy's bag, not her own. And she thinks that she is going to be in love with this guy when she finds him. She thinks he's the one because he's got a bunch of things in there that she really likes. And so she's trying to find him, but she's also striking up a friendship/relationship with the taxi driver that she befriends. And like the befriending of the taxi driver was a little bit over the top. Like she really befriends him and gets involved in his family and stuff. And so it's a little bit of a triangle as she tries to find this guy that she thinks is going to be the one, but she's also getting this friendship with the taxi driver. It was predictable, but it was cute. Probably 3.5 stars. Then these 2 I read for the Beaches and Books readathon. So I'm not going to talk about them a ton here because I'm going to have a vlog coming out for that maybe this week. If I can get them all done, it'll be this week. But we have Summer Rental by Mary Kay Andrews. This is about 3 women who take the entire month of August and go get a summer beach house on the Outer Banks of Virginia. And they all have different things going on, but the fact that they can take a month off, I'm like, what kind of job? They're all like 35. So I'm like, what kind of jobs, family situations, all that do you have where you can just like go hang with your friends in a beach house for a month? I don't know, but I want it. Anyway, so they go, Some of them have some romances. Some of them fix some stuff up. It is Mary Kay Andrews in a nutshell. It's summary. It's women's fiction-y. There's a little bit of a mystery element because a fourth woman comes to stay with them, and we know she's hiding some stuff, but what's she hiding? So this is cute. I mean, it's exactly what you expect. They're long, but they're reliable. Then we have Not a Sound by Heather Gudenkauf, another one for the books and beaches and books readathon. This is about a woman who is a nurse for trauma, sexual assault trauma victims. And she thinks that maybe somebody's after her and the other nurses because she's been in a hit and run accident that leaves her deaf. She also stumbles upon the body of another nurse that she worked with. And so she's trying to figure out kind of who done it so she can know, is this some sort of like big conspiracy thing? What's going on? She's estranged from her husband. She has a history of alcoholism. There's a lot going on in this book. I really liked it. The deaf representation was good, in my opinion. I am a hearing person, so I'm not sure. But the person in the story was newly deaf, and there was a little bit of like confusion about how she handled that, like if it was familiar or if it was not. Like we kind of got to navigate things with her, but then she also was really like well versed in lip reading and all that kind of stuff. So it didn't always make sense, but I know Heather Gudenkauf herself struggles with a hearing disability of some sort. And so, yeah, I really enjoyed that element of this. This is set like obviously in the medical realm because she was a nurse. Her friend was a nurse. Her husband, who is estranged, is an OB. She tries to get a job with a cancer oncology doctor. So definitely medical realm, but not too much. But I really like medical background. So there we go. Then we have one that I don't have, A Time to Embrace by Karen Kingsbury. So this is the direct sequel to her first, I think it's a Timeless Love duology. The first one is called A Time to Dance, and it follows a couple on the brink of divorce. They're grown, they have adult children or almost adult children. And they're on the brink of divorce. And then this is their story right after that book. It is emotional. It is heavy. It is hard, but it is really good. And it's just a sweet, these books are a little high on the cheese factor. It's a Christian fiction and they're a little high on the cheese factor. There's not as much. In the first one, my complaint was that we get like the audible voice of God. That happens once or twice in this book, but not unreasonably so. And there's a lot, my biggest complaint, honestly, was that a lot happens. A lot of rough, traumatic things happen to this family and friends of the family and things. And they are always praying for a miracle, and multiple miracles happen in this book, which is great. Like I wanted that for the characters, and it just the vast number kind of ups that cheese factor. Whereas I think they could have really like brought home the messages that like we will have hardships in this life, and they talk about that. But then like their hardships are all miraculously solved, and so we will have hardships, and being faithful throughout that and kind of accepting your lot in some regards. I would have liked to see something not work out, so there's a little touch of reality, but this is definitely like a made for TV movie, which is kind of comforting and nice to me every now and again. So if you don't like that, don't read this duology, but if you do like that or are in the mood for something just kind of heartwarming, reliable, inspiring, all the things, pick it up. So that is everything that I read this last week. So let me know. It's Saturday. This runs Saturday to Friday. And so it's Saturday, and I actually just finished something this morning. So next week I think is going to be a good one. So stay tuned for my Books and Beaches vlog, hopefully coming this week, fingers crossed. And yeah, next week, we'll see you next week. So we'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.